starts like any ordinary moment. Deep in the wilderness, camera rolling, nothing but silence. Then suddenly, he sees it. Not a shadow, not a trick of the light. Something watching him back, face to face, with what many claim is Bigfoot. The figure doesn't run, it doesn't hide, it just stands there, calm, almost human, studying him. For decades, stories of a massive human-like creature have echoed through forests across North America, but clear evidence has always been just out of reach, until clips like this started appearing. Some call it the clearest footage ever captured. Others say it's just another well-made illusion. But in that moment, standing there, face to face, one question remains. What did he really see?
Oh my God, that is Bigfoot.
Back in 1969, something strange began stirring along Greer Island, near Lake Worth, Texas. Eyewitnesses told chillingly similar stories of a tall, hairy figure emerging from the darkness, its eyes glowing, its presence unnerving. Not quite human, not quite animal. Some claimed the creature was aggressive, even threatening. Others said it kept its distance, watching, before disappearing into the night without a trace. But what truly fuels this mystery is a single photograph. The Allen Plaster photo, one of the only images ever linked to the legend. To skeptics, it's nothing more than an elaborate hoax, a trick of the light, or a staged prank. But to believers, it's proof. Proof that something unexplained once roamed the shores of Lake Worth, and maybe still does. So what was it really? A clever hoax, a misidentified animal, or Texas's very own cryptid hiding in plain sight? I'll let you decide. A video surfaced online recently, and I had to share it. There's almost no information attached, no source, no context, so it's hard to tell what's real and what isn't. But what it shows is unsettling. Someone filming spots something hiding in the brush. They zoom in, slowly, trying to make sense of it. And then, a face appears, staring back at them. Not moving, not running, just watching. Some people believe this could be Bigfoot, one of the clearest sightings yet. Others say it's nothing more than a hoax, or even the dreaded AI, which I hope it isn't. But whatever it is, it definitely makes you wonder. What's really out there? So, what do you think? Is it a real Bigfoot? This photo was taken by a hiker in a quiet forest, somewhere deep in the woods. At first, nothing seems out of the ordinary. Just trees, fallen logs, and an empty landscape. But if you look closely, there appears to be a figure standing among the trees, tall, dark, and upright. Some people believe this could be a possible dogman, an alleged creature said to roam wooded areas, walking on two legs. Others say it's just a trick of the light, or something misidentified in the distance. Whatever it is, it definitely makes you look twice. Michael Freeman, the son of Paul Freeman, appeared on The Proof Is Out There to talk about his father's legacy and one of the most debated Bigfoot recordings ever captured. Paul Freeman, a former forest ranger, became deeply involved in Bigfoot research after claiming multiple encounters, eventually leading to his famous footage filmed in the Blue Mountains in the early 1990s. In the episode, Michael shares how his father's obsession with the unknown grew over time, and how that journey led to the moment he recorded what some believe is one of the clearest Bigfoot videos ever filmed.
Pretty much the dream job for anyone that loves being in the mountains. He knew every animal that was there. He knew what their tracks looked like. He knew what sounds they made. As a mountain man, he was one of the best that you would ever meet. His first encounter was June 10th, 1982. He was following a herd of elk. He noticed some strange activity, so he got out of his truck to follow them on foot when he started to smell something that just wasn't normal. He started around a little corner in that logging spur road, and here come, in his own words, this critter that stepped down off this 10-foot bank with one step into the middle of the road. He did not know what it was. He did know immediately that it was not a bear. His first thought was every picture that he had ever seen of prehistoric man, except that it was more ape-like in the face. It looked at him about the same time that he looked at it, and he said that it kind of stopped and he could hear it breathing. He was close enough, and he could see the stomach muscles and its chest moving as it was breathing. And then it started to walk off, stopping a couple times to look back at him before leaving the area. It set off a 15-year obsession where literally all he wanted to do was prove to people that they existed and that he was not crazy. Deduck Spring is one of the large viable water sources that continues to function all year. Lots of wild game use it, the deer use it, elk, everything. And my dad had been finding evidence of them. He was finding footprints. He would go in the morning before the sun came up when he got off work, because he worked night shift at the time. And he thought they were coming earlier than he was, and he was missing them. August 20th, 1992. He starts to drive home, and then he thinks, well, why not? I'll go up there. Maybe there's fresh footprints. Maybe I can get some nice casts. It's later than usual. And the first thing he notices are these footprints right there by the water. And so he gets his video camera out to start filming those prints, and he walked right up on one. Him thinking that they were there earlier than he was not entirely correct. They were watching him, and they were waiting for him to leave. I remember coming upstairs, and here's my dad standing there, and he's shaking. I always tell people that that's the only time in my entire life that I ever saw my dad scared of anything. And I was with my dad when he died. That's the only proof I'll ever need for the existence of Bigfoot, because I saw it on his face and I saw it in his eyes, and I know they're real. I think it would be great if he was still alive to see the popularity of the Bigfoot culture and its acceptance in the world.
This is the last thing I'm going to post about the Patterson Gimlin film until I watch this new documentary that apparently debunks the footage. This short clip, taken from a documentary, breaks down why many believe the footage is actually real. From the movement, to the muscle structure, to the way the figure turns and looks back. Some say it's too detailed to be a hoax. Take a look and decide for yourself.
Welcome everybody to today's video. After watching one or two of the stupid clips going viral on YouTube, claiming that Patty has now finally been debunked, we decided to throw our 2 cents in and debunk the wannabe debunkers instead. First of all, it is funny how people are already claiming that Patty is debunked without showing even a single bit of actual evidence in their useless videos. And the widespread so-called analysis of whatever footage this documentary supposedly shows is obviously just the chatter of totally uninformed people. Second, it is also funny that this is all happening at a time when the more informed part of the internet has increasingly accepted that Patty is nearly impossible to fake, and at a time when AI could very well fake so-called new evidence. So what a coincidence that exactly now, after 60 years of research, Patty is suddenly finally debunked. We have not watched the documentary, and we are not planning to do so, because if it is really about debunking the PGF, then it is very likely just a pointless waste of time. It is a joke that no one has even seen the documentary yet, and still people are already repeating that Patty has been exposed. It is well known and documented that various tapes and film rolls have existed since the late 1960s that show recreations of the Patterson Gimlin film done by various filmmakers and researchers. Here we are looking at a recreation done by John Green in 1968. So it is very likely that whatever new footage this documentary is showing is simply one of those old recreations. Most likely, it is footage made by Alday Atlee in 1968 that, according to Bill Munns, featured a very good costume for recreating Patty and an actor who exactly mimicked the being in the original Patterson Gimlin film. The footage was created around a year after the PGF was filmed for the purpose of research. And this film has never been shown publicly, according to Bill Munns. And even if the documentary shows some kind of new, yet unknown recreation of the scene, featuring Patterson or even Bob Hieronymus in a costume, it still definitely will not show Patty, because Patty was never filmed a second time. Patty can only be seen in the original PGF. That means that whatever this documentary shows, if it even is new and unknown footage, it can only be a recreation of the scene, done for better or worse, and that will ultimately prove nothing. If the documentary shows footage of Patty herself, then of course it will only be footage from the original, publicly known and widely studied Patterson Gimlin film. So all the so-called groundbreaking new video evidence from this documentary will almost certainly just show a man in a costume, not Patty, and that will prove exactly zero. Mark my words. So this documentary better show really good waterproof evidence for its theory, which of course it will not, because there is no such evidence. And there is no such evidence because Patty is the real deal. The being in the PGF is a real, living, breathing, biological, flesh and blood creature. We are currently working on a sequel to episode 27 of Bigfoot Territory, where we already showed factual proof of the authenticity of the PGF. The new episode will indeed show new insights into the Patterson Gimlin film and will only further demonstrate the impossibility of hoaxing Patty. You can find a link to Bigfoot Territory episode 27 and to a remastered version of the Patterson Gimlin film in the links below. So only if this new documentary somehow shows Patty in a way we have never seen before, at best standing next to somebody smoking a cigarette or something like that, will I maybe begin to rethink my verdict. Surely not earlier. The PGF film is the real deal, and it will withstand all current and future attempts to debunk it, just as it has withstood the countless failed attempts of the past 6 decades. And the only logical reason for that is the obvious one. Patty is not some guy in a monkey suit. She is real.